Hello and welcome to an episode of Historically Marked. I am Jason and I am back in Casey, Illinois. And by the way, I do not know if it's pronounced KZ or KC. I'll just say it both ways throughout this whole episode. But 3 years ago, I was here during the height of the whole COVID pandemic. And yes, COVID-19 still exists out there, but the rules have been a lot more loose since then. So I decided to return because some of my travel vlogging friends have been here since 2020, and apparently Casey has added more attractions to this town. Plus, it's more of a revision of my earlier National Road episode in Casey. So I'm gonna go ahead and read a couple of markers, and then I'm gonna go to the fun stuff where a bunch of large objects in a small town are. And of course, behind me is the world's largest rocking chair. Don't worry, I'll take you and check that out in a second. But first, I'm going to check out Casey's status on the National Road kiosk. Here we go. All right, so here is Casey, a tale of two cities. So yes, another community nearby named Cumberland existed, and it mostly talks about two towns that were actually supposed to prosper here on the National Road, grew up within walking distance of one another. However, Casey and Cumberland, even though they weren't really in competition with each other, Cumberland was pretty much doomed when another road was bisecting Casey, and that was present-day Highway 49 when it went north and south. But it says here, in the 1830s, Ewing Chancellor settled land along an earthen work in progress known as the National Road. By 1840, Chancellor's settlement of Cumberland was a stagecoach stop and center of commerce, offering food, lodging, supplies, and blacksmith services. Meanwhile, a settler named John Lang staked out ground west of Cumberland. And then development of a north-south road forerunner to Route 49 turned Lang's settlement into a crossroads. By that time, the population shifted and Casey was born. But again, by the 1850s, Cumberland was fading from the map and Casey's future was secure. And it also talks about how oil and agriculture made this town prosper, as well as this whole main street, as a lot of businesses, like, I mean, a lot of them have came and gone. Like, there was a theater, an opera house, a hotel where City Hall stands, and there's just a picture of it. And then, yeah, this is the railroad. And then in the 2000s, however, the town became well known for having a lot of large objects. Again, I'll show you each and every one of them as far as September 2023. I'm not entirely sure. Oh, okay, I know. I figured, I was like, why is this here? And then I guess they're afraid people will actually drop stuff in there. And then people will vandalize it thinking there's money in there. I don't know, just my guess. And now I'm going to go ahead and show you again, like I did 3 years ago, the world's largest rocking chair. And this did beat out the one that I visited in, Fanning, Missouri, the world's second largest rocking chair, which is on Route 66. But this one, which is literally on the National Road, beats it out. And I think there's a few other ones that exist. There's also one, I believe, either in Indiana or Ohio. Somebody will have to correct me on that one. And this chair literally does rock, from what I understand. Of course, they don't recommend anybody sitting on it, but well, you can walk around. Like, they have you can like look at the back of it. Here are the world's largest knitting needles. However, they are no longer the world's largest knitting needles. That title only existed from 2013 to 2017, but it's really nice that they're on display. And then they also got Bible verses on there from Psalm 139:13. For you created my inmost being, you knit me together in my mother's womb. And then here is the world's largest crocheting hook. Measures 1.87 meters long and have a diameter of 7.6 centimeters. It was achieved by Jim Bolin at Monroe Elementary School in Casey, Illinois. And this is the world's largest Pokémon ball?
Not officially. Like,
okay.
US has not said it, but we've been told that everybody thinks it is, so.
Oh, nice. Well, this one's got a Bible verse on there too, from 1 Corinthians 3:17. Well, you can definitely tell it's made from wood, but yeah, looks like it needs a little work. And I know I showed you this in my previous Casey video, but this is the world's largest barber's pole. And it's fittingly in front of Tina's barbershop. Here is another National Road related marker, and it was about the development of Casey. It talks about John Lang being its first settler, who was a native of Scotland. They actually arrived here from Ohio in 1838 and bought several plots along West Main Street, established a cabin, tavern, and the first building, which was the first building in present-day Casey. Now, Casey was actually named after the second lieutenant governor in Illinois, Zadok Casey, or Zadok. I can't really pronounce his first name, but there are two towns named after him in Illinois. One is, of course, Casey. The other one is in Caseyville, which is in the metro St. Louis area. It's pretty much on the other side of Collinsville, Illinois. And ironically, that is, Caseyville is where Zadok passed away. He is originally from Mount Vernon, Illinois, which is about south of here, and he's actually buried there too. And also he was a U.S. Senator as well, so.
Wait a minute. Let's see. We got it all set. It's all set. Right?
And that, my friends, is the world's largest mailbox. And yep, you can go inside it. All right, so I'm inside the mailbox. And it actually literally is a mailbox because I can actually mail stuff in here. But while I'm here, I'm going to take up the view. So now we are approaching the largest mousetrap and the largest golf club. Help me, I am trapped in Casey, Illinois. And now, the golf club. Pretty cool. Inside here we get to see the giant rocking horse. It's called Rockhound Rocks Gem Mining and Rock Collectibles.
Get us up. William's other grandfather.
It's got a Bible verse from Matthew 7:2. Big things in a small town. The world's largest wind chime. On the bottom here, it talks about historic National Road art and architecture site. And it's a little hard to see, but this is the world's largest teeter totter. I don't know if it actually works, but I think they'll let us go on it, so let's find out. All right, I'm gonna check it out, walk on it, and I'll find out if it works or not. And there's looks like a little sign on the other end. Oh, it's a verse. Oh, hey, I'm moving. Cool. Slowly descending. But it's a verse from Proverbs 16:11. Oh man, this is nice. Oh, hello. Hard landing. But now I get to experience it again. I see, I guess they must have somebody we call it manual this. Get a nice view of the chair. Alright, here I go again. Going down, yo. I am going down. I didn't think this thing actually worked.
Yeah.
Felt good.
Sure does. To be in the Guinness Book of Records, it had to work.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you know, the world's largest taco, if only it were edible, and fittingly is next to a Mexican restaurant. But yeah, some taco there. And all right, the world's largest key. And here's another Bible verse that is next to the key. And just below the sign is the world's largest pizza slicer. Alright, well, here's a little close-up of that. I thought it would be a lot bigger in size, but I guess not. But it looks like there's a little marker that accompanies that. Made by Trent Groothuis with help from Landon Hone and Brandy Millican. Year made spring, summer 2020. And application submitted to Guinness World Records in June of 2020. Waiting to hear back in late summer of 2020 to see if it meets the criteria for world's largest pizza slicer / cutter. Unofficial measurements here if you want to look at that. Here's some photos of the making of it. And now I get to check it out. It's probably not as sharp as it looks, but what do I know? Yeah, it ain't sharp. But still, I'd be very careful. You never know. But yeah, very cool. Now we're gonna go across the street to where those deer antlers are. Follow me. So outside J-Jet Rental Sales and Service, where they sell, of course, a lot of farm machinery and tools and stuff, these deer antlers. Check it out. It looks like a sitting area for kids. Yeah, it doesn't look like it says anything, but yeah, still part of the big thing, small town. And I'm sure these babies are, I guess, fiberglass. Is the world's largest pitchfork. I do not know how long it is. I'm now going to find out how sharp these edges are. Not too sharp, but good enough. Just don't let your kids play with it. Just like the pizza slicer one. But yeah, isn't that nice? God we trust. The Casey State Bank, your community, your bank. Established 1906, member FDIC. That is the bank, by the way, next to McDonald's. All right, so right in the middle of this golf course, not in the middle, but it's actually behind the main entrance. But this is the world's largest golf tee. Check it out. Let's get closer to it. Indeed, we're going to tee it up. And now that's the pointy part, and I guess that's what holds it in place. It's got a Bible passage, 1 Peter 4, 8-11. I don't know, it doesn't say what the verse is, but I'll have to look it up when I get home. Well, there's another verse on the back of it. For as the heaven is high above the earth, so great is his mercy toward those that fear him. Psalm 103:11. Feels nice. Looks like it had some bird droppings on it, but hey, nothing can be perfect. And it looks like it's gonna rain, but it's a nice day either way. All right, so at the southwest end of Fairview Park, south of town, is the USA Softball of Illinois Hall of Fame and Museum. Looks like a very nice place. It's got a little miniature playing field. But this is the star attraction right there. The world's largest softball bat. Ain't that nice? I thought it'd be a little bit bigger than that, but hey, nothing can be perfect. I find myself saying that a lot of times in this video. And this looks like we call it a photo op. Put your faces in there, and then somebody can hold this bat. But yeah, really nice. Big things in a small town. And of course the web address. Yeah, if you're as tall as me, obviously you can touch it, but. All right, thanks so much for tuning into this episode of Historically Marked. I am Jason, and I tried to get as many attractions as I can in this video, but as far as I know, Casey will continue to grow, meaning like adding more stuff. Like if you build large things, they will come. Yeah, I'll say it again. So who knows what's next for this town, but I'll keep visiting and checking on others' videos to see what's going on. But stay tuned for the next National Road episode. I am Jason in Casey, Illinois. Signing off.